Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA. It's 17:15 Zulu on August 9th, 2022. It's time for Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff. This is a show that's been going on for almost 4 years now. And most Tuesdays we have Jeff, KB8ZWT, with us, but he's off today. And so I want to welcome Michael, K8IR. Michael is a member of the DX Engineering team. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Tim. How you doing?
Good, good. So, Michael, you were one of the, when the whole pandemic came around, you were one of the first guys that signed up with DX Engineering working remotely, exclusively. Tell us what that was like, Michael, because you do sales and technical support for DX Engineering.
Right. So back during the pandemic, my former job went away. My wife had this idea. She's like, why don't you reach out to DX Engineering and see if there's something available there? Because this is right in your lane. And so I did, and here I am.
So what month and year was that? How long ago?
June of last year.
June of last year. And it's worked out really well. I know I've had lots of great comments from our customers, hams, that have talked to you and have gotten great advice from you. And so, Michael, let's talk about your ham radio career. What got you interested in the hobby?
Well, let's go back to when I was 2 or 3 years old. My parents had an old Hallicrafters SX110, which I have one of these up here. And my parents told me that I would stand in front of it for literally hours, turning knobs on the thing. Kind of fast forward a little bit, I had an uncle whose call was K8IR. We would visit him and my aunt once every year or so. And I would sit in his shack and watch him on the air. When I was 15, I found out about a local club in the Central Ohio area that was offering a novice class, and this was back in 1980. So I went, took the novice class, got my novice license. That winter, I got on the air. My original call was K8KPP, and was on the air. This was in 1980. I was still in high school, and by that time I was around 16 years old. So fast forward a little bit, I upgraded to general, upgraded to advanced, changed my call to K8OK. Some people may know me as that, and then got interested in contesting here about 7, 8, 9 years ago. And decided that call probably wasn't the best one for contesting. Started looking around and wound up with this call. So here I am today.
Yeah, very cool. Now let's talk about some of the organizations that you have been a part of or are still a part of today.
Okay. Back in the day, I was a member of the Columbus Amateur Radio Association, and that club is long gone. But that was the club that was responsible for giving the classes that I took. I took the novice class that they offered and also the general class that they offered. And also have been a member of the Central Ohio Radio Club, which is one of the big repeater clubs here in Central Ohio. And am currently also a member of the another Columbus club, which is what is it? CC Columbus Amateur. Goodness, I'm sorry, it's totally blanking on me. But also a member of another radio club here locally in town. So, but that's been kind of where I've been.
So, Michael, do you see the photo of your tower?
I do.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So about 2016. I had kind of gone through helping a widow from a good friend of mine liquidate his estate, and he had 3 towers. I brought home 3 towers that he had 26 antennas, all kinds of things, just lots and lots of stuff. He had told his wife before he passed, whatever he wants, let him have it. So the tower that you see here with the TH11 on top of it belonged to my friend. I went back, refurbed this tower, or refurbed the antennas. The tower was in great shape because I don't think it had been up for more than a year. And we put that up, and this tower lives about 200 feet behind my house. I have conduit that goes between the house and the tower. I pulled LMR 600 between the house and the tower to try to mitigate loss. And the tower itself, with the mast, is about 70 feet tall. And there's a 5-element 6-meter beam on top of that.
So this is still in service today and working well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and the shack, I guess that's ever changing.
Absolutely. Isn't everybody's?
So what kind of radio equipment do you have, Michael?
Today I have an Elecraft K3 as my main radio with the pan adapter. Also have an ICOM 7300, Yaesu 891, myriad of VHF and UHF radios, an Elecraft KX3, etc. So that's been a lot of fun, and always trying something else just because.
What about the amplifier?
Amplifier is an ACOM 2100. I purchased this about 6 months before I joined DXE, and what an amplifier! It's a beast, Tim.
Yeah, the ACOM amplifiers are they are a beast, and they're really reliable. And Michael, how about operating as J6?
Yeah, J6 was an awful lot of fun. I was able to go down there. Went down with the Buddy Pole group, group of guys. I think there were 9 of us that went down, and got to spend 9 days on the island. Our place that we rented was just right above the ocean, about 300 feet above the ocean, and spent 99% of my time on CW. Made north of 3,000 Qs while I was down there on mostly CW. Got beat up by JAs and Europeans, and what a blast!
Geez, that's really tremendous. That had to be a lot of fun. Even, buddy poles, and then you had a full size dipole on 160, which is really cool. Yep. And let's go over to your website here and tell us about what's going on your website.
Well, lots of things. I've documented some things over the years that I've done. Obviously, going to St. Lucia was a big thing for me. There's some things here about my tower project that are up there, and building my Elecraft K3. I've documented that project, and modifying the Buddy or the Butternut to HF2V. There's a modification you can do for that antenna to widen the bandwidth on 80 meters. And so I did the top hat mod on that. So I put that up there. Also put something up about a summits on the air activation that I did. So just a handful of different things that I've done over the years.
Well, Michael, I have to say that you have, it looks like you're having a ball in this hobby, and your wife is licensed as well.
Yeah, my wife has a license. She's K8IR, and she has a tech license. And she's not super active anymore, but she's been extremely supportive of me over the years. So, as is evidenced by all this.
So what's it like to work at DX Engineering? What is that experience like?
Honestly, I'm really enjoying it. It's nice to have a job that you can come to every day, and I get to talk about my favorite hobby. And I'll tell you, the people I enjoy talking to the most here, Tim, are the people that are brand new in the hobby or are interested in getting into the hobby. If I could talk to them all day long, I'd be a happy man.
Well, I know you've helped so many people, and we're so thankful to have you on the team. Let's see who we have here in the chat room. Today we have Michael Murphey, K8IR, a member of the DX Engineering Sales and Technical Support Team. And Aaron's on W8 Victor India Papa. Aaron is a regular. And November Juliet 7 Victor. And Kilo India 5 Oscar, or Quebec Kilo Lima. And from Washington, it's Whiskey 1 Bravo in Uniform Sierra. Let's see here. We've got Larry, Kilo Bravo 0 Sierra Quebec Whiskey is on from Missouri. And our friend Greg Vatt, November Charlie 7 Bravo, who writes for onallbands.com, a great DX engineering blog. You need to check it out, onallbands.com. Greg says, hi, Mike and Tim. Great story, Mike. More DX Engineering 400 Max coax ordered and on the way. It's that time of year, Greg, when you got to get that coax in. And there's a question from Michael. Michael, you served in a club leadership. Some say clubs are losing their relevance. What do you think about that line of thought?
I think it depends on the club. And that is true. There are some clubs that are losing their way, losing their membership. Cell phones certainly have, I think, because especially a repeater club that I'm a member of right now, repeaters aren't as active as they used to be. But you know, there are clubs out there that are working their way through that and actually growing right now. There's a club in New Hampshire that I'm aware of that is just killing it and bringing a lot of new people in. So I don't think they've lost their relevance, but there are clubs that are struggling out there today. Yes,
it's certainly true. And speaking of good clubs, Michael, K3STL was up here last weekend. They call him the tall guy. I think he's about 6'5", 6'4" in that area. And John is a member of the Skyview club down in New Kensington, and a great club, very active. And our friend Joe, K8IR, see you in Huntsville. And George from Denmark, Oscar Zulu 4 Papa Alpha Tango. Always interesting to see big gun station equipment. But remember, conditions allowing, simple homemade dipoles with QRP equipment still catches the DX. And that's very true, Michael, right?
Absolutely. I have worked a lot of stuff with my KX3 and 10 watts, so there's a lot. It's not hard to do.
And David says, Mike, don't tell Tim how much you like working at DX Engineering. He might cut your salary. No, actually, David, the reverse is true. I might raise his salary. From Tucson, Arizona, it's November Lima 7 Delta. And our friend Skip Longpath, Parky, got to see you down in Columbus last weekend. So,
right,
Parky, thanks for all you do for amateur radio. Parky gave a great presentation last night at another great club. In fact, it was Hamvention Club of the Year, the Portage County Amateur Radio Service. So, Parky, thanks for all you do. And the manuals. What do you think about the manuals at DX Engineering that Parky does, Michael?
Oh man, he does an awesome job, doesn't he? Some of the manuals that I've seen, Hustler manuals, all those things. He does an awesome job.
Yeah, he's really great to have on the team. And we've got Norman, Whiskey X-Ray 2 United. Michael, greatly appreciate your support in getting that Yaesu rotator shipped right in the middle of our project. You went above and beyond. So unsolicited, thank you, Norman, for chiming in with that. And Bob the Traveler, who's WD8 November, Victor November, says, I see my first rig on Jeff's shelf, a 10-Tech Century 21. So was that a good radio, Michael?
Yeah, actually, somebody gave that to me. And this is a Century 21 digital, which are a little harder to find. It honestly needs to go back to the mothership and have some work done on it, but it's still not a bad little radio.
Yeah, no, lots of good 10-Tech gear. And Tom from England, Germany 2 November Victor, and our friend Dino, who also is one of the blog writers on allbands.com. Our club in Virginia went from 65 members 4 years ago to 155 today. So it depends upon the club leadership, and that is very, very true, Michael. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
And we've got John on. So true about clubs. Many will always have a place to serve in the interest of local hams. And that's John, Whiskey 7 Juliet Oscar. He's out in Washington. And Donald, Kilo Echo 8 Delta Ontario from Southern Indiana. He's starting antenna projects on my new 18-acre mini farm. Well,
Nice.
18 acres, Michael. You have 3, right?
I have 3. I have dreams of many more, but I have 3.
Yeah, 3. But 3's got you some nice antennas there.
Yep.
And let's see. Mike says, I got my license for a technician. How is 10 meters doing? 10 meters has been really good. I don't know, Michael, if you've been on, but now with the sunspots coming up, and of course sporadic E, but with the sunspots, 10 meters has been a lot of fun.
It has been, and it just depends on the day. Today's not such a good day. The A's pretty high today, but there have been a lot of good days so far this cycle.
Yep, and it pays off to call CQ, because if everybody's just tuning around, somebody's got to call CQ. And we have Kilo Fox 0 India Yankee Alpha. Mike is on with us. And let's see, SkyQuest says, hi, Tim. As club secretary of the South Bay Amateur Radio Association, let me say thank you very much for your recent Zoom appearance to tell us about grounding and bonding. 73 from Kilo 6 India Papa Radio in Fremont, California. And that was a great club. I really enjoyed coming on and giving the presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because I love doing the club presentations. And if you'd like to have one of the members, me or some of the other members here of the DX Engineering team, give you a presentation to your club, just email me, K3LR@dxengineering.com, and Terry will get you fixed up. From Greece, it's Sugar Victor 2 Charlie Lima Juliet, also known as J42 Lima, and Whiskey Juliet 3 United is on. From Puerto Rico, it's Kilo Papa 4 Juliet Radio Sierra, and our friend Chuck, K3CWE, good day. Our local club seems to be growing. I'm seeing more CW-based groups, especially on Facebook. And so everything is still firing on all cylinders, Michael, at this great hobby, the best hobby in the world, amateur radio. And again, Michael, thanks so much for helping all the customers and all the people that call in, and for everything you do for amateur radio. It was great having you on today.
Well, thanks for inviting me on, Tim.
And we'll have you on again. And to those of you who are thinking about getting on the radio, turn on the radio, turn the big knob, call CQ, have some fun, and we'll see you on Thursday for the Manufacturers Showcase. And Friday, we'll have Hal, W8HC, fresh back from his adventure to K7K in Kiska, Alaska. Until then, 73 from DX Engineering.